Camera, please. Why are you doing this to me? What? This is not natural. Come on. There you go. Hello, everybody! It has been a little while. That is my bad. I am sorry. Life was a little bit nuts with just regular life stuff and prepping for RTX and trying to finish 2 cosplays, and now it's calm time. It's calm time. RTX is done, and one of the cosplays is done, and the other one's almost done. So I figured it was time that we took some time out of our days for each other and just got to chit chat and catch up. So how are you doing? RTX, like we said, that was a blasty blast. That was a ton of fun. I did only half the mileage I did last year. That was really exciting. Last year was like 52 miles, according to my Fitbit. This year was 28. I was pretty pumped about it. My ankles still swelled up and looked fucking ridiculous, but, you know, that's fine. It was all good. My team was awesome, and everything was great there. So huge thank you to anyone who was a part of RTX, either as an attendee or a fellow guardian, or a couple of you who were actually on my team, so double thank you to you guys for rocking that. There was some, like, John Shenanigan guy or whatever, I don't know, he was making trouble, no one cares about him, but other than that, everything was great. So I got to debut my, my thing with the stuff, Siri. I don't even know. None of this makes any sense, but Siri would blush if she could. Anyways, so at RTX, I got to debut my Sailor Jupiter. That was a ton of fun. I had a great response to it. I got to wear it to SGC on Saturday night. Ran into a couple people who lost their minds over it, so that was really exciting. I also, earlier in the week, got to go out with our good friend Connor McCrae. He is also Dark Bowler in various parts of the interwebs. He's a photographer. If you're like, I still don't know who you're talking about. He's a photographer, and we went out and did a photo shoot in the Sailor Jupiter. So he is editing up those photos. I am really excited. He was really excited about the shots he was getting, so I cannot wait to see what these look like. Mabel Pines is now mostly done. We couldn't finish that before RTX because the sweater I needed just didn't ship. It just hung out at whatever warehouse it was at. So it showed up the day we left by like an hour. I was like, well, this isn't gonna work. So worked on that once I got back. We did it on stream the other day, so some of you have seen it in its 90% done capacity. All I have left to do is get my little light up stars all over my sleeves, and that'll be really exciting. I can't wait to get that done, and then we're both jumping in on the link working on his Grunkle stand, so that way we can wear those at Tacticon, which is coming up beginning of September. It is Labor Day weekend. Some of you will be at PAX, because you're too good for me, apparently. But if you're not going to PAX and you still want to go to a convention that weekend that doesn't cost you $1 bajillion, you should come to Colorado Springs and come to Tacticon, because it's going to be a ton of fun. And I'm going to be there. I'm a guest there again. So I say again. It's the sister convention to Genghis Khan that I was the guest at in the spring. So this one, I'm going to be a guest at it, along with a couple other, like, amazing cosplayers. Mae Morrison, who's Kessel Runs. You've probably seen her as an Asari, being tweeted by BioWare a fuck ton. She and Sam, who also does a sweet Asari, are both going to be there, and that's going to be awesome. We've got some partnered streamers who are coming and doing things, like all kinds of stuff. So it should be a hoot and a half. We're live streaming from the Confluence. We have plans, and it's gonna be awesome, and I'm really excited for it, so you should come to that. So I'm going to that, and then 2 weeks after that, I should be heading to MegaCon, which is here in Michigan, which is why I get to go. Aaron Zek is actually going to be there. That's how I found out about it. This is only the second year for the convention. Had no idea it was a thing that happened. But Aaron's going to be a guest there, and she tweeted it, and I was like, Aaron, you're coming to my home. I gotta come see you now. So I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna do that. And I'll also be bringing my cosplays to that one. So all the cosplays at Tacticon, all the cosplays at MegaCon, it'll be a hoot and a half. Things that aren't conventions. We have kind of gotten back a little bit into the streaming schedule. I'm saying a little bit, and now I'm putting air quotes around it, because I'm changing it up a smidge. We've been trying to do 4 streams in a week, doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then on Saturdays. For a variety of reasons, we're going to kill the Saturday stream for now. That does not mean I won't be streaming on weekends. It just... I almost knocked my cup over. What it just means is that it won't be a scheduled set time kind of thing. When I've got time and there's things to do and things to talk about, I will end up doing a weekend stream. I will post it on Twitter, so be keeping an eye on that if you want to see what's going on with weekend streams. Wednesday and Thursday are going to stay exactly where they are. Nothing is changing about those. And then the Tuesday stream is going to move to Mondays. It's still going to be at the same time. It's going to be that afternoon slot, so you don't have to worry about it overlapping with the Rooster Teeth podcast or any of that business. I just needed to give myself a little bit more space between some of the streams, just because then I get to do more ridiculous crap with my day and come up with more stories for you guys. So, trying it like that a little bit. We'll see how it goes. If that goes really well, maybe we'll consider adding a fourth permanent day back in and doing it sometime during the week, like do like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now. But for now, I think this coming week, what is it right now? Right now it's the 16th. So the week of the 17th, we're going to keep the schedule we've had, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and after that we'll move to Monday instead of Tuesday. So we're going to make that change. I'm hoping that will make things a little bit easier for some people, make things better for people, give me an opportunity to make better streams for you guys, and also give me kind of a more regular breaks between things, so that way it's easier for me to get like extra stuff done, like other recordings and things like that. So that is the plan there. When I run into somebody and they're like, oh my god, where can I find you? I have to choose what I tell them, because I am on YouTube, and I'm on Twitch, and I'm on Patreon, and I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Facebook, and that's a lot of places to be, and they all, like, have a reason for existing. There's different things that happen on each of them, and I'm like, I kind of need a central place to send everybody that will spider out to all of those, and most of them are connected in various ways, but somebody who doesn't know how to use Twitch isn't going to be able to figure out where to get to everything else, and somebody who doesn't use Twitter isn't going to be able to figure out how to get to everything else. So, I've made my own solution. And I made myself a motherfucking website. I got a website! Right now, lowzelda.com is a thing. Somehow that was available. I don't know. Someone dropped the ball there. But it's mine now. lowzelda.com will take you to my website. And that is going to be my central hub for all of my shit. I will still exist on YouTube and Patreon and Twitch and Twitter and Instagram and all of too many. I don't have enough fingers for all the places. It's crazy. But now you can go to the website and there's handy dandy links to all those things. And then there's going to be stuff that just lives there. It's going to be a blog space, because right now all I just use when I need something bloggy, it goes on the Rooster Teeth site, which is fine for those of you who are Rooster Teeth fans, but some of you aren't. And you're like, I don't want to go there. And that's fine. You don't have to go there anymore. Bloggy stuff is going to go on my homepage. I've got a section set up to show details for, I'm calling it projects instead of cosplays, because I'm doing things like my painting projects are going to go there too, where there's a page for that, and it shows you all the stuff that, like, I make. And right now there's only 2 things up there, and I'm working on getting a 3rd one, and it'll just, that was a page that will build as I make shit. And if you click on one of them, it will take you to a detailed page that shows you, like, all the detail shots and gives you information on how I did it and all of that, so that way you can kind of use it as your own guide. And, like, you can see how I made my harp for my Skyward Sword Zelda and all of that good stuff. So I'm excited about that's going to be there. There's going to be a store on it, so that way I've got an easy place to have you guys, for anybody who wants any of my pins. I have figured out a way we are going to be able to avoid using Teespring and its bullshit terrible customer service, and be able to, like, offer shirts, like, on demand, and not, instead of, like, okay, they're available for, like, this 2-week period, you have to get it then, otherwise you gotta wait, like, 6 months or whatever before I run them again. Don't have to do that anymore. You can do it on demand. You want one? Boom, you click a button, and it'll get sent to you in, like, I think it's, like, 2 weeks, something like that. I think, like, from, like, when you click to when you get it, it's, like, 2 weeks. Like, I think there's, like, a 3... No one fucking cares. Point is, you'll be able to click a button, and you'll be able to get your shirt, and you won't have to wait for me to do it. And it's gonna be awesome. And I'll have prints up there, my cosplay prints. Some of you have seen I've done a couple test prints of some of my Zelda stuff, and I'm editing up some more, and we'll have Sailor Jupiter ones, and that's gonna all be fantastic. So, it's gonna be hopping. The website's gonna be hopping. I have a website. It's crazy. You should go look at it. It's so pretty. I've been working on it for a little while, and it makes me really happy that I finally get to show you guys. Ah! That sounded weird, because my voice is still partially gone from RTX. I've got, like, the sexy, smooth jazz voice going on right now, and I just want my voice to come back. I can't play Danganronpa until my voice comes back, and that makes me really upset. Other things that are fun and exciting. Right now, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are tied to Patreon goals, and that is where they will stay, at least for the foreseeable future. However, there is a Zelda game we didn't play when we did our Zelda month that is not a part of that. And that is Skyward Sword. Did I just catch my camera unfocusing? Camera. I'm not paying you to just focus wherever, okay? It's right here. I saw that. Don't make me call your mother. Skyward Sword is totally not accounted for in any of that. And I know it's not a popular opinion, but I really fucking like that game. So, we're gonna play Skyward Sword, but not right now. What we're going to do is we're gonna turn it into a game. We're gonna play Skyward Sword, and of course, I will have to wear my cosplay while I do it, because where would be the fun in it if I didn't wear my cosplay? So, we have some other goals that are not tied to Patreon, that are not tied to donations or any of that stuff. We have goals for all those little corners of the internet that I said I exist in. So, here's what we're gonna do. Is when we get to certain new threshold milestones on the Facebook page, on my Twitter account, on YouTube, on Twitch. I did my fingers in the wrong order and I couldn't do it like that. I should have been doing them like this. I didn't think that all the way through. But in all those places, I'm gonna put up a little handy thing right there. Right there. There should be text there now. That's gonna tell you things. When we hit each of those things, that is going to equal a stream that I do for Skyward Sword. So, regular length stream, maybe a smidge longer, definitely not any shorter. And so in theory, when we get through all of those things, that we'll be able to finish the game. And if somehow I don't finish the game in those streams, then we'll keep going. If we hit all of them, we'll finish the fucking game. And it's gonna be great. So that's the plan. So if you want to see Skyward Sword action happen, or if you're like, I don't like Skyward Sword, but I want to see somebody struggle with those motion controls because I think they're horrible, if you're one of those people, then help make those things happen so you can just laugh at my misfortune. So share everything. Share everything with your friends, with people that you like kind of know and aren't really friends with, but you think that they might find me entertaining, anything like that. Share it. Share everything. And when we hit those markers, then I will dress up as Zelda and then try to rescue myself. That sounds weird. But it's true. I guess that's that's what's gonna happen. Casual sip. So I kind of snuck it in there a minute ago, but I said my one cosplay is done. Sailor Jupiter is complete. I've got some tweaking I'm gonna do on it, but for all intents and purposes, that's complete. And Mabel Pines is nearly done. What is up next is starting the very long process of the Twilight Princess Zelda. So I've got funds set aside for that. Huge thanks to all of you guys, both Patreon backers and people who have done the donation/tip thing. I was able to set aside what I believe will be enough to cover all the materials for that. So we're going to start working on that one. That's going to be a long process. It is not uncommon for people to spend the better part of a year on doing this particular cosplay, to do it well. I could whip something up, but that's just not my thing. I need this to look... It's gotta be on point. So, what we're gonna start doing is the creative streams on Wednesdays are gonna be me starting to make the mock-up of the dress and just slowly going through that process. What I'm hoping to do is find some smaller cosplays I can kind of do in between things for when I cannot look at this dress anymore and need a creative outlet that doesn't make me want to stab my own eyeballs out. Because you've all been there. If you've worked on anything for a long time, sometimes you just need to not. And you just gotta step back from it. So I'm hoping I can start saving up to do some other cosplays kind of in between, and so that way then I can also have something new I can put out between now and a year from now, because that's a long time to not have a new thing. So currently what is slated is doing Kyoko from Danganronpa, because she is my spirit animal. And then also starting to work on a Link from Breath of the Wild, is what we've seen in those clips so far. So, Link, I'm thinking both of those shouldn't be too terribly difficult, but I said that about Jupiter too. And we all saw how that turned out, so who knows. So that is kind of the next thing that I'm saving for, is being able to do that. Alrighty, that is all I've got for you for right now. So, you have a wonderful rest of your day and weekend and whatever. Just a wonderful rest of your life until I talk to you again. And thank you all for being super amazing and continuing to support me doing my streams and making my costumes and the cosplays and getting to do stuff and getting to connect with people. I think it's been my favorite part. And it was really fun at RTX to have people come up to me and be like, oh my god, like, I watch your videos, or I watch your streams all the time, and I don't really say anything, but, like, I'm so-and-so. Like, that was really cool. So, thank you guys for being a part of that, for being a part of that experience, and helping facilitate that. So, mwah! Until next time! Bye!